name is Rhea Waller, and I teach at Fresno City College, and you are enrolled in CIT15 Computer Concepts, and you are enrolled in either the online, on-campus class, or on the online class. You're enrolled in either section, right? So this is going out to all the students enrolled in this class, and I'm glad you're here. Couldn't be a more fun time to study concepts of computers and the impact in our world, both individually and as a culture. It's pretty phenomenal to think about the amount of technology in our lives today. I think we don't even really understand it. I know I am always amazed at how much it is impacting our world, and so the more you understand this concept, the better off we're all going to be. And that means being intelligent about how you acquire this technology, how you integrate this technology in your life, or choose not to integrate it as well. Because there is definitely a point where we need to balance things as humans, right? So what I like to do is before the start of the semester, and this is about 3 weeks before the start of the semester, I always like to send out a message to the students letting them know what's required of the class so that they can get started on the right foot, knowing what they need, how they can get it, and when they're going to need it for the course. So these are the general questions I get before the start of the semester. So that's what this video is intended to do. So what I'm going to do here in a second, I'm going to move to another tab in my browser, and I'm going to show you the course, which is now open for you to at least examine the syllabus and the video that you're watching now. So let's take a look. You can see here that I'm looking at our course. I'm looking at it, and it may look a little different than what you see, only because I'm looking at it from a student's view. And so there's only week 0 available. So this is the video that you're watching now. And if you have any questions you want to ask before the start of the semester, you're welcome to do that. I won't be on there every day, but and if you're really wanting an answer quickly, you can always email me, which is the preferred way to ask me individually. Although it's great to post questions here because other students may have those questions as well. All right, so the thing we're here to really talk about is in the syllabus. So in the syllabus, what you can see is that really important information about, the sections. And like I said, this is both face-to-face online, where you can find me. You can see my office hours and schedule for next semester, ways to contact me, use Canvas. But here's really what we're here to talk about. What is the required materials, and when do you need them? Okay, so let's first talk about what they are. So there's 2 things you're going to need for this class. You're going to need a textbook, and you're going to need access to a website that will help you learn Office 2016. So there's 2 things you need, and there's 2 ways to get it, right? So there's 2 things you need, and there's 2 ways to get it. So you can get at the Fresno City College bookstore the book as a hard copy, and inside of that book you will get a code, an access code that gives you access to Office 2016, My IT Lab. Okay, so that's method 1. Method 2 is to get it directly from the publisher. So the publisher, when you get it this way, you're going to get the textbook, but you're going to get it in ebook format. You won't get a hard copy. No hard copy, only ebook version. But you will also get the My IT Lab from them. So for $79 versus $105, you get to pick whichever way you want. Both will work fine as far as I'm concerned, but I want you to know the method that you have 2 ways to get it. Okay, but the only difference really is, besides the cost, is one, you get a hard copy here and you don't get one here. This semester I believe they are actually offering a method to get the hard copy as a fairly small upgrade price, but it's really still up to you, and we can talk about that at a later point. Okay, so those are the things you're going to need, right, for this course. Now here's the thing. Really important. You have to get the materials before the 17th of this semester, September 17th for this semester. And now here's the thing that I need you to know is that my IT lab assessments, which this is really where you take an exam based on some training you could do, but it really tests how well you know Word, Excel, and Access. And that's worth 15% of the grade. And then you'll take a lab test where you actually take that knowledge and actually do something in Word, Excel, and Access. And those two items together are worth 30%. In addition, the chapter finals, this course final is available, is also in my IT lab. So you cannot pass this class without my IT lab. Okay, I want you to know that you can't pass this class without my IT lab. So you're absolutely going to need it. Now I do have the sections are set up and ready. You can do this at any time. Again, you don't have to do it before the start of the semester, but you are going to need it very soon, which is what I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to move on down through the syllabus. You are going to need Microsoft Office. You're going to need Word, Excel, and Access. I will try to, if not in this video, in the next, talk about for students that are running Macintoshes, which I do most of the time, how they will need to get Microsoft Access, which is the database. But Word and Excel available for all students, but Access only Windows computers. But either way, check this video out. It is free through Fresno City College, which is awesome. Here's the objectives of what we're going to do in this class. You're going to do, you can see this, you can look through this, there's a lot we're going to cover. A lot of good content, I think. You are going to get some experiences of using Word, Excel, and Access, and a little programming and a little HTML and CSS, which is awesome. So this is just an iteration of that percentage breakdown, but what it adds here is the number of items in each category. So you can see how many you have, and you'll learn more about this at the beginning of your the semester, where I do a classwork just related to more about the class. So here's really where I was heading, which is the second question I get. First question I get is what's required and when do I need it? So when we start the semester, that first week you're going to have a classwork. Now this classwork does not require you to have the materials to complete it. What you do need to complete it is a Gmail account. So my class requires you to have a Gmail account because we're going to share Google Docs as a way you submit classwork and other things. So I'll walk you through how to set that up. So you don't need the materials for that. The second item, which is the following Monday, is a Hello World, where I teach you how to do your photo and share it inside a Canvas from Google Drive. Again, materials not required. The following, so this is, now we're on the second week of the semester. You have an assignment, My Screens, where I teach you how to do print screens and load them, show you how to put them on Google Drive and then share them in Canvas. And then you'll have another classwork here. So it's really at the beginning of week 3 that you're absolutely going to need the required materials. You're going to have a chapter quiz, even though this chapter quiz is going to be available here in Canvas, which is what we're using to take the class. You could, probably get through this, maybe get through this without the book, although the book is going to make it much easier. You'll see why and when I talk about this in one of these classworks. But this is the one really you have to have. You have to have the My IT Lab right here in order to complete this item. Okay, so this is when you're absolutely, you got to get it by this time, or you won't be able to complete this item. Okay, so that's when you need it, beginning of the third week. But if you don't get it before, let's see if you remember what date. If you don't get it before the 17th of September, you will not be able to get it. Okay. So that's really what I wanted to go over with you in this week 0 before the semester starts. The other thing is I said Gmail account. The other thing you're going to need, and we'll talk about this as we get into the semester, although this is free as well, which is totally cool. We're going to be using a website called Code Academy for you to learn some basic HTML and CSS and a little bit of JavaScript. So this class covers a wide range of computer concepts, Word, Excel, and Access. I don't offer PowerPoint as required. I will offer it as, and I don't call extra credit, but you'll hear me talk about this late points returned later, to where if you turn in late work, you can get those points returned back to you, because I do discount work that is submitted late. More on that later. But you are going to have a programming assignment with Visual Basic, and then you will have a little bit of JavaScript and a database. So the database stuff comes in form of a couple of projects, and then of course the My IT Lab stuff. So this class really does have a lot of content, which is awesome, and I've really tried to organize it in ways that's chunked, to meaning you should be able to manage, and you really, that's the key to any class, is managing your time, right? And this class, I hope, is set up to do that. I have had students, as they experience the first couple of weeks of my class, feel like it can be a little overwhelming. But I can tell you, 75% of all students pass my class. So don't feel like it's not doable, because it absolutely is. And, I'm here to support you. And there'll be ways that I'll give you to, get support. So we'll talk about that as the semester starts. But this is enough for now. So you're week 0 in CIT 15. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. And I will look forward to seeing some of you in the classroom. I'll look forward to seeing some of you online. Have a great rest of your summer.